if we have integral of the form minus infinity to infinity f of x cos ax or minus infinity to infinity f of x sin ax dx. First method, same method as we solved above question. Choose a closed contour in C and related integrand. Use the residue theorem for the contour integral. Third, pick the value of desired integral. Let's see example. We have minus infinity to infinity cos x over 1 plus x k dx. It is cos ax and it is f of x. So it is this type question. Consider the integral. First, choose a closed integral in C. So we choose it as a contour integral. This integral will change into contour f of z dz, and f of z is equal to cos x. We replace x by z cos c by c cos z by 1 plus z square dc. Now we can see that e iota z is equal to cos x z plus iota sin z by Euler theorem. If we have in question cos, then we use real part. If we have in question sin, then we use imaginary part. So we can replace cos z and sin z by e iota z. So that's why in the place of cos z we have e iota z over 1 plus z square. Poles of f of z are given. We put denominator is equal to 0. So z square is equal to minus 1. By taking square root on both sides, z is equal to plus minus iota. Now we can check. Z is equal to iota and minus iota. Positive iota lie in this contour and negative and iota lie outside the contour. So we exclude minus iota and find out the residue at z is equal to iota. So the pole at z is equal to iota lie within the contour C. Residue of f z is equal to iota is equal to limit z approaches to iota z minus, we know that about residue theorem, limit z approaches to a z minus a into f of z. So in the place of a we have iota, so we replace a by iota, z minus a dot 1 over 1 plus z square. So limit z approaches to a z minus a, we can write 1 plus z square as z, because addition is commutative, so we can write 1 over 1 plus z square as z square plus 1. Okay, so z square plus 1 is equal to z minus 1 into z plus 1. Because we solve it, it will become z square plus 1. So we can break the z square plus 1 into z minus iota and z plus iota. So z minus iota cancel out by this. We have 1 over z plus iota. When we put z approaches to iota, when we put limit in this, iota plus iota will become 2 iota. Next, contour of C f of z dz is equal to, we have formula of residue 2 pi iota residue of function at point. So residue of function at, because we have just one point, so we don't use summation. We use in the place of summation residue of function at point. Z is equal to iota. What is the value of it? 1 over 2 iota. So 2 cancel out with 2, iota cancel out with iota, so pi into 1 pi. It is our contour integration. Next we will find out the actual integral. It is contour of f of z dz is equal to minus r to r f of x dx plus contour r of f of z dz. You know how it can be. F of z dz is equal to pi is equal to minus r to r e iota x, because we have function e iota x over 1 plus x square dx, plus c of r f of z is equal to a iota z over 1 plus z square into dz. As limit r approaches to infinity, pi as it is equal to limit r approaches to infinity minus r to r e iota x over 1 plus x square dx plus limit r approaches to infinity contour of r e iota z over 1 plus z square dz. By Jordan lemma. What is Jordan lemma? Jordan lemma is, if limit z approaches to infinity f of z is equal to 0. If limit z approaches to infinity, then function will become 0. Limits r z. Limit r approaches to infinity, then f of z is equal to 0. Limit r approaches to infinity, then contour of c of r e iota z f of z dz will become 0. How? Because if we have function 1 over 1 plus x square, okay, we replace x by z, we have function 1 over 1 plus z square. When we put limit z approaches to infinity, so 1 over, correct it is not r, it is z. Z approaches to infinity, when we replace limit in z, 1 over infinity will become 0. So that's why what Jordan says, if limit z approaches to infinity, f of z is equal to 0, then limit z approaches to infinity, contour of e iota z f of z will become 0. So that's why this whole contour integral turns into 0. Pi is equal to, when we put limit in this integral, then it will become minus infinity to infinity e iota x over 1 plus x cube dx plus 0. So we implies it as. Now we need to find out actual integral, and our actual integral is cos x over 1 plus x square. So we can use Euler theorem on it. E iota x, we can write it as by using Euler theorem, cos x plus iota sin x by 1 plus x square dx is equal to pi as it is. We simplify integral, we separate the integral minus infinity to infinity cos x by 1 plus x square dx plus apply separate integral on this function. Minus infinity to infinity iota sin x over 1 plus x square is equal to pi. By comparing, now this is our function. Now compare real part. Real part is equal to pi and imaginary part is equal to, because here is no imaginary part, so it is 0 iota, so it will become 0. Our required integration is this, and this is our answer.